Bali clearance. Good evening. Asia 7849 ready for pushback at 01.
Indonesia 90164 cleared to land runway 27.
Asia 7849 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Asia 7849 ready to taxi. Asia 7849 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground. Indonesia 90164 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 90164 taxi to gate 01.
Bali clearance. Good evening. Indonesia 2731 ready for pushback at 07. Indonesia 2731 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Indonesia 2731 ready to taxi.
Indonesia 8508 clear to land runway 27.
Indonesia 2731 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower. Asia 7849 ready for takeoff runway 27. Asia 7849 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. Indonesia 8508 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 8508 taxi to gate 07.
Cathay 7841 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Cathay 7841 ready to taxi. Cathay 7841 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 2731 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Singapore 3444 cleared to land runway 27. Bali Tower, good evening. Piper 672 is on approach. Piper 672 clear to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, Cathay 7841, ready for takeoff runway 27. Air Asia 8547, cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Air Asia 8547, ready to taxi. Air Asia 8547, taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground, Singapore 3404, requesting taxi to the gates. Singapore 3404, taxi to gate 25.
Cathay 7841, line pan right runway 27.
Bali clearance, good evening. Lion Inter 4675 ready for pushback at 08. Lion Inter 4675 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Type 4672 requesting taxi to the gates.
Cathay 7841, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Type 4672 taxi to gate 27. Bali ground Lion Inter 4675 ready to taxi. Lion Inter 4675 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, Air Asia 8547, ready for takeoff runway 27. Air Asia 8547, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Super Green 7158 is on approach. Super Green 7158 clear to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, good evening. Indonesia 1345 ready for pushback at 16. Indonesia 1345 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Indonesia 1345 ready to taxi. Indonesia 1345 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 3484 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground Super Green 7158 requesting taxi to the gates. Super Green 7158 taxi to gate 08. Bali Tower Lion Inter 4675 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Philippines 3236 is on approach. Philippines 3236 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, good evening. Philippines 7503 ready for pushback at 05. Philippines 7503 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Philippines 7503 ready to taxi. Philippines 7503 taxi to runway 27. Bali ground, China Southern 3484 requesting taxi to the gates. China Southern 3484 taxi to gate 16.
Lion Inter 4675 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 1345 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 4675 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 1345 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 3236 taxi to gate 05.
Indonesia 4859 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Indonesia 4859 ready to taxi. Indonesia 4859 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, Philippines 7503 ready for takeoff runway 27. Philippines 7503 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Bali clearance, good evening, Thai 6823 ready for pushback at 23. Thai 6823 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Thai 6823 ready to taxi. Thai 6823 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 4859 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Vietnam 1714 clear to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, good evening, Philippines 29er ready for pushback at 03. Philippines 29er cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Philippines 29er ready to taxi. Philippines 29er taxi to runway 27. Bali Tower, Thai 6823 ready for takeoff runway 27. Thai 6823 line up and wait runway 27. Thai 6823 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Vietnam 1714 taxi to gate 17.
Bali clearance. Good evening, China Southern 90155. Ready for pushback at 26.
Bali Tower. Good evening, Philippines 46904 is on approach. Philippines 46904 cleared to land runway 27.
China Southern 90155 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. China Southern 90155 ready to taxi. China Southern 90155 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower. Good evening, China Southern 2364 is on approach. China Southern 2364 cleared to land runway 27. Super Green 3435 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, Philippines, 29er ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. Super Green 3435 ready to taxi. Super Green 3435 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground. Philippines 46904 requesting taxi to the gates. Philippines 46904 taxi to gate 03.
Bali Tower. Good evening, Vietnam 3540 is on approach. Vietnam 3540 cleared to land runway 27.
Philippines, 29er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 4525 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower. China Southern 90155 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. China Southern 2364 requesting taxi to the gates. China Southern 2364 taxi to gate 23.
Bali ground. China Southern 4525 ready to taxi. China Southern 4525 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 90155 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower. Super Green 3435 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Vietnam 3540 taxi to gate 10.
Super Green 3435 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 90155 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 69er cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Indonesia 69er ready to taxi. Indonesia 69er taxi to runway 27. Bali Tower. Good evening. Lion Inter 5868 is on approach. Lion Inter 5868 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower. China Southern 4525 ready for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 4525 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Cathay 5459 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Cathay 5459er, ready to taxi. Cathay 5459er, taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good evening. AirAsia 2725 ready for pushback at 14. AirAsia 2725 cleared for pushback.
Lion Inter 5868 taxi to gate 02.
Bali ground. AirAsia 2725 ready to taxi.
Indonesia 69er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
AirAsia 2725 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, Cathay 5459er, ready for takeoff runway 27. Cathay 5459er, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good evening. Lion Inter 6897 ready for pushback at 24. Lion Inter 6897 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Lion Inter 6897 ready to taxi. Lion Inter 6897 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Singapore 1636 is on approach. Singapore 1636 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower. AirAsia 2725 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good evening. China Eastern 4031 ready for pushback at 21. China Eastern 4031 cleared
Ladies
for
and
pushback.
gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before
Bali Tower, good evening. China Southern 6036 is on approach. China Southern 6036 cleared to land runway 27. China Eastern 4031 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good evening. China Southern 49er85 ready for pushback at 20. China Southern 49er85 cleared for pushback.
Singapore 1636 taxi to gate 14.
Bali clearance. Indonesia 90165 ready for pushback at 01.
China Eastern 8452 clear to land runway 27.
Indonesia 90165 cleared for pushback.
China Southern 4985 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 90165 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground China Southern 6036 requesting taxi to the gates. China Southern 6036 taxi to gate 18.
Bali clearance. Good evening, Emirates 4469 ready for pushback at 22. Emirates 4469 cleared for pushback.
AirAsia 2725 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower, Lion Inter 6897 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Emirates 4469 taxi to runway 27.
AirAsia 2725 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 6897 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Eastern 8452 taxi to gate 20.
China Eastern 4031 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Bali Tower, good evening. Indonesia 5236 is on approach. Indonesia 5236 cleared to land runway 27.
China Eastern 8452 hold position.
AirAsia 4145 cleared for pushback.
China Eastern 8452 continue taxi.
Bali Tower, China Southern 4985 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 8509 cleared for pushback.
AirAsia 4145 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Indonesia 8509 ready to taxi. Indonesia 8509 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. China Southern 6866 is on approach. China Southern 6866 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good morning. Emirates 1891 ready for pushback at 19. Emirates 1891 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good morning. China Southern 44908 is on approach. China Southern 44908 cleared to land runway 27. Bali ground Indonesia 5236 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 5236 taxi to gate 01.
Bali ground Emirates 1891 ready to taxi. Emirates 1891 taxi to runway 27.
In the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you'll be get into the brace position.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion Inter 9658 is on approach. Lion Inter 9658 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground China Southern 6866 requesting taxi to the gates. China Southern 6866 taxi to gate 12.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion Inter 2062 is on approach. Lion Inter 2062 cleared to land runway 27.
China Southern 44908 taxi to gate 19.
Bali Tower, good morning. Super Green 3092 is on approach. Super Green 3092 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, Singapore 34-5 ready for pushback at 25. Lion Inter -658 taxi to gate 21.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 2062 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Inter 2062 taxi to gate 06.
Bali clearance type 4673 ready for pushback at 27. Bali clearance Super Green 7159 ready for pushback at 08.
Bali Tower, good morning. Dynasty 2878 is on approach. Dynasty 2878 clear to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Super Green 3092 requesting taxi to the gates. Super Green 3092 taxi to gate 07.
Super Green 7159 cleared for pushback. Singapore 34-5 cleared for pushback. Type 673 cleared for pushback.
China Southern 4985 line up and wait runway 27.
Singapore 34-5 taxi to runway 27. Super Green 7159 taxi to runway 27. Type 673 taxi to runway 27.
Emirates 4469 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 4985 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 90165 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 3826 cleared to land runway 27.
AirAsia 4145 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 3485 cleared for pushback.
Dynasty 2878 taxi to gate 22. Bali Tower, Indonesia 8509 ready for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 3485 taxi to runway 27.
Philippines 3237 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Philippines 3237 ready to taxi. Philippines 3237 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Cathay 2668 is on approach. Cathay 2668 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Indonesia 3826 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 3826 taxi to gate 05.
Indonesia 8509 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower, Emirates 1891 ready for takeoff runway 27.
AirAsia 6378 clear to land runway 27.
Emirates 1891 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 8509 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower Type 4673 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Cathay 2668 taxi to gate 16.
Bali Tower, good morning. AirAsia 6834 is on approach. AirAsia 6834 cleared to land runway 27. Bali Tower, good morning. Indonesia 3288 is on approach. Indonesia 3288 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground AirAsia 6378 requesting taxi to the gates. AirAsia 6378 taxi to gate 24.
Bali Tower, good morning. Cathay 1538 is on approach. Cathay 1538 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground AirAsia 6834 requesting taxi to the gates. AirAsia 6834 taxi to gate 25.
Bali clearance Vietnam 1715 ready for pushback at 17. Vietnam 1715 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground Indonesia 3288 requesting taxi to the gates.
AirAsia 6586 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 3288 taxi to gate 26.
Bali ground Vietnam 1715 ready to taxi. Vietnam 1715 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Cathay 1538 requesting taxi to the gates. Cathay 1538 taxi to gate 17. Type 673 line up and wait runway 27. Bali Tower, Singapore 3445 ready for takeoff runway 27. Singapore 3445 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Type 673 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Super Green 7159 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 3485 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 46905 cleared for pushback.
Philippines 3237 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
AirAsia 6586 taxi to gate 27.
Bali ground Philippines 46905 ready to taxi. Philippines 46905 taxi to runway 27.
Vietnam 1715 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance China Southern 2365 ready for pushback at 23. China Southern 2365 cleared for pushback. Bali ground China Southern 2365 ready to taxi. China Southern 2365 taxi to runway 27.
Vietnam 3541 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good morning. Philippines China 252 is on approach. Philippines China 252 cleared to land runway 27.
Vietnam 3541 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, China Southern 2365 ready for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 2365 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Philippines 46905 ready for takeoff runway 27. Philippines 46905 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Lion Inter 5869 cleared for pushback.
Philippines China 252 taxi to gate 03.
Bali Tower, good morning. China Southern 8924 is on approach. China Southern 8924 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Ground, Lion Inter 5869 ready to taxi. Lion Inter 5869 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, Vietnam 3541 ready for takeoff runway 27. Vietnam 3541 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Ground, China Southern 8924 requesting taxi to the gates. China Southern 8924 taxi to gate 10.
Bali Tower, Lion Inter 5869 ready for takeoff runway 27. Lion Inter 5869 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. AirAsia 8040 is on approach. AirAsia 8040 cleared to land runway 27.
China Southern 6037 cleared for pushback. Singapore 1637 cleared for pushback. Bali ground China Southern 6037 ready to taxi. China Southern 6037 taxi to runway 27. Singapore 1637 taxi to runway 27.
Asia 1476 cleared to land runway 27. Bali ground AirAsia 8040 requesting taxi to the gates. Bali Tower, good morning. Thai 5096 is on approach. Thai 5096 cleared to land runway 27. AirAsia 8040 taxi to gate 14.
Bali clearance China Eastern 8453 ready for pushback at 20.
Bali ground Asia 1476 requesting taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 90540 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower China Southern 6037 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Asia 1476 taxi to gate 02.
China Eastern 8453 cleared for pushback. Bali Tower, good morning. Ciba 3150 is on approach. Ciba 3150 clear to land runway 27. China Eastern 8453 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance Indonesia 5237 ready for pushback at 01.
Bali ground Thai 5096 taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 5237 cleared for pushback.
Thai 5096 taxi to gate 18.
Bali ground Indonesia 5237 ready to taxi. Indonesia 5237 taxi to runway 27.
AirAsia 4786 clear to land runway 27.
Bali ground Indonesia 90540 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali clearance China Southern 4499 ready for pushback at 19.
Thai 5096 hold position. Thai 5096 continue taxi.
Bali clearance China Southern 6867 ready for pushback at 12.
Indonesia 90540 taxi to gate 20.
Bali Tower. Good morning. Lion Inter 4382 is on approach. Lion Inter 4382 cleared to land runway 27. Bali clearance. Lion Inter 2063 ready for pushback at 06.
Bali clearance Super Green 3093 ready for pushback at 07.
Bali ground Ciba 3150 taxi to the gates.
Lion Inter 2063 cleared for pushback.
Super Green 3093 cleared for pushback.
Ciba 3150 taxi to gate 23.
China Southern 6867 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground. Lion Inter 2063 ready to taxi.
Bali Tower. Good morning. Emirates China 370 is on approach. Emirates China 370 cleared to land runway 27. Lion Inter 9659 cleared for pushback.
Super Green 3093 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 449er taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 2063 taxi to runway 27.
Air Asia 4786 taxi to gate 12.
China Southern 6867 taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 9659 taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 4382 taxi to gate 01.
China Southern 6037 line up and wait runway 27. Bali Tower Singapore 1637 ready for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 6037 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Singapore 1637 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Eastern 8453 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Emirates China 370 taxi to gate 19.
Indonesia 5237 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter China 659 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 3827 cleared for pushback.
China Southern 449er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 2879er cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 3827 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 6867 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Super Green 3093 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 2063 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 2879er taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance Cathay 2669er ready for pushback at 16.
China Southern 5264 cleared to land runway 27.
Cathay 2669er cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower Dynasty 2879er ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground Cathay 2669er ready to taxi. Cathay 2669er taxi to runway 27.
Dynasty 2879er line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower Indonesia 3827 ready for takeoff runway 27. Bali ground, China Southern 5264 requesting taxi to the gates.
Dynasty 2879er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 3827 cleared for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 5264 taxi to gate 16.
Bali Tower, good morning. Thai 3668 is on approach. Thai 3668 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, Cathay 2669er ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance, Cathay 1549 ready for pushback at 17. Cathay 1549 cleared for pushback.
Bali clearance AirAsia 6379er ready for pushback at 24. AirAsia 6379er cleared for pushback.
Cathay 2669er line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion-Iter 3664 is on approach. Lion-Iter 3664 cleared to land runway 27.
Cathay 1549 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 3289 cleared for pushback.
Cathay 2669er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground AirAsia 6379er ready to taxi.
Thai 3668 taxi to gate 17.
Bali clearance AirAsia 6835 ready for pushback at 25.
AirAsia 6379er taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 3289 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance AirAsia 6587 ready for pushback at 27.
AirAsia 6835 cleared for pushback.
AirAsia 6587 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground AirAsia 6835 ready to taxi. AirAsia 6835 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 3074 clear to land runway 27.
AirAsia
Ladies and
6587
gentlemen,
taxi to runway 27. Bali ground Lion-Iter 3664 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion-Iter 3664 taxi to gate 05.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 3289 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. China Eastern 6366 is on approach. China Eastern 6366 clear to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Philippines 8364 is on approach. Philippines 8364 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 3074 taxi to gate 06.
Bali Tower, good morning. Vietnam 4836 is on approach. Vietnam 4836 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance Philippines China 253 ready for pushback at 03.
Bali ground China Eastern 6366 requesting taxi to the gates.
Philippines China 253 cleared for pushback.
China Eastern 6366 taxi to gate 21.
Bali ground Philippines China 253 ready to taxi. Philippines China 253 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Philippines 8364 requesting taxi to the gates. Philippines 8364 taxi to gate 03.
Indonesia 3289 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower AirAsia 6379er ready for takeoff runway 27.
Asia 3334 clear to land runway 27.
Indonesia 3289 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
AirAsia 6379er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 89er 25 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower Cafe 1549 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Vietnam 4836 taxi to gate 22.
Bali Tower, good morning. China Eastern 4086 is on approach. China Eastern 4086 cleared to land runway 27. China Southern 89er 25 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Asia 3334 requesting taxi to the gates. Asia 3334 taxi to gate 07.
Cathay 1549 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower AirAsia 6587 ready for takeoff runway 27. AirAsia 6587 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Cathay 1549 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
AirAsia 6835 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines China 253 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 2876 cleared to land runway 27.
China Eastern 4086 taxi to gate 10. Bali Tower, China Southern 89er 25 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. AirAsia 3646 is on approach. AirAsia 3646 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground China Southern 2876 requesting taxi to the gates.
Cathay 3380 cleared to land runway 27.
AirAsia 801 cleared for pushback.
China Southern 2876 taxi to gate 24.
Bali ground AirAsia 801 ready to taxi. AirAsia 801 taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 3116 cleared to land runway 27.
AirAsia 3646 taxi to gate 14.
Bali clearance Asia 1477 ready for pushed back at 02. Asia 1477 cleared for pushed back.
Bali Tower, good morning. Dynasty 2328 is on approach. Dynasty 2328 cleared to land runway 27.
Asia 1477 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Cathay 3380 requesting taxi to the gates. Cathay 3380 taxi to gate 25.
Bali clearance Thai 5097 ready for pushed back at 18.
Bali Tower. Good morning. AirAsia 2266 is on approach. AirAsia 2266 cleared to land runway 27. Bali clearance Indonesia 90541 ready for pushback at 20.
Bali ground Lion Enter 3116 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Enter 3116 taxi to gate 02.
Thai 5097 cleared for pushed back.
Indonesia 90541 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good morning. Indonesia 1794 is on approach. Indonesia 1794 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground Dynasty 2328 requesting taxi to the gates. Dynasty 2328 taxi to gate 26.
Thai 5097 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 90541 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance AirAsia 4787 ready for pushback at 12.
Bali Tower, good morning. Vietnam 2246 is on approach. Vietnam 2246 cleared to land runway 27.
AirAsia 4787 cleared for pushback.
AirAsia 2266 taxi to gate 18.
Bali ground AirAsia 4787 ready to taxi. AirAsia 4787 taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 4383 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Lion Inter 4383 ready to taxi.
Ciba 3151 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 1794 taxi to gate 01. Indonesia 1794 hold position.
AirAsia 4787 hold position.
Lion Inter 4383 taxi to runway 27.
AirAsia 4787 continue taxi.
Emirates 9371 cleared for pushback.
Ciba 3151 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 8925 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 1794 continue taxi. Bali Tower AirAsia 8001 ready for takeoff runway 27. AirAsia 8001 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Vietnam 2246 taxi to gate 12.
Asia 1477 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Emirates 9371 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower good morning. Indonesia 2938 is on approach.
Thai 5097 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 2938 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 90541 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower Ciba 3151 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower good morning. Philippines 8682 is on approach. Philippines 8682 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Indonesia 29er38 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 29er38 taxi to gate 19er.
Ciba 3151 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Air Asia 4787 ready for takeoff runway 27. Air Asia 4787 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Emirates 9371 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 8682 taxi to gate 08.
Thai 90214 cleared to land runway 27.
Lion Inter 4383 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Bali clearance, China Southern 5265 ready for pushback at 16. China Southern 5265 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, China Southern 5265 ready to taxi. China Southern 5265 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Air Asia 4280 is on approach. Air Asia 4280 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground Thai 90214 requesting taxi to the gate. Thai 90214 taxi to gate 16.
Bali clearance Thai 3669 are ready for pushback at 17. Thai 3669 are cleared for pushback. Bali ground Air Asia 4280 requesting taxi to the gates. Air Asia 4280 taxi to gate 20. Bali ground Thai 3669 are ready to taxi.
China Southern 5265 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Thai 3669 are taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance, Lion Inter 3665 ready for pushback at 05.
Singapore 7114 cleared to land runway 27.
Lion Inter 3665 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Lion Inter 3665 ready to taxi. Lion Inter 3665 taxi to runway 27.